what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC and another edition of TNFNU, thoughts and feelings and updates. So this one's kind of bothering me because I don't know how to really talk about it. And maybe I'm going to make some people upset. Maybe I'm not going to make people upset. I don't really know. But something happened in the community that was brought to my attention. Some things were said, whatever, yada, yada. And one thing you guys have to know about me is I don't like drama. I don't want to be involved in drama. I avoid drama at all costs. I got enough drama outside of this community and my real world that I don't need any extra drama. So, in any community, I think in any kind of community, we are the ninth community or the EDC community. I don't know. You can describe it however you want. But within every community, you're going to have little cliques of people, little small groups of people, and everybody's going to have a varying different opinion on different things. So, for me personally, on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, I post knives. I don't post things about my family normally. Very rarely do I do. My wife wants nothing to do with it. She doesn't want to be on camera. The kids don't really care. So it's all knife content. But everybody has their own right to share what they want. And some people share views, or whether that's political or religious or whatever. I've run into a lot of it. And with the people that I follow and the people that follow me, they post things. And it's their right to post whatever they want. Whether that's information that they've heard, that they're just trying to pass along, things that they want people to understand. And it's up to you as the content reader or the person digesting that content to either say, ignore and just keep going, or to make the extra effort to leave a comment or do whatever. I personally, if I see it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, I keep scrolling. You ignore it. It's whatever. But I try to keep things within the community. So if that person's part of the community, I still talk to them, and it's the golden rule. You treat me the way that I treat you, the way that I would want to be treated, etc., etc. I think the only time that it ever might pass is if you try to push your views onto somebody else. That's where I have an issue. You can believe whatever you want, but as soon as you start to push that on me and try to tell me I'm wrong for the beliefs that I believe in, that's where we have a problem. So that's just how I view things personally. But it's sad when name calling starts to happen and people start to do something, and it's like, just ignore that person. It should never come to any of these things. When I first started in the community, I started following all these different people, and these people were doing live streams and everything else, and I started popping into all these different places. And I popped into one, and I followed this one guy's channel, which I thought might be interesting. And during the live stream, some things were said, some jokes were made, and I was offended. So guess what? I unsubbed, I unfollowed that person from everything, and now I don't associate with that anymore. That's all right. That's why I end every one of my videos with, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. The choice is yours, because ultimately, you've watched throughout that video all the way to the end, and you've made that choice. That's your choice. And it's your choice to subscribe, which I hope you do because you enjoy the things that I'm sharing. You give a like because it does help the channel, but you do that on your own free will. I'm asking you to, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to put that effort in. And same with comments and same with everything else. But within the community, we're all going to have many different personalities, and not all of us are going to get along, and not all of us are going to see things in the same way. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as we both can move on at the end of the day, respect each other's thoughts and feelings, and just keep moving on. it's not worth the drama. It's not worth getting upset over. But I guess with name calling, and there's some things that are said that can't be taken back, and that person's feelings are hurt. But I try to associate with everybody, and if somebody does something to me which I don't agree with, then I'm done. But until then, I treat you the way that I would want to be treated, and that's with respect and with kindness, because that's what I would expect you to treat me. So, but within any community, you're going to have your little cliques and your little things, and everything's everybody's doing their own thing. So it's kind of hard, and it's kind of difficult. But the great thing is there's so many of us to choose from. You can pick and choose who you want. If you don't agree with this person, then you don't agree with that person. That doesn't mean if I agree with that person that you don't like me because I agree with that person and not something else. That's where things get a little silly. But again, it's your choice. It's your choice. I want people to follow my channel, who sub to my channel, who appreciate what I'm doing, appreciate the work, which I'm going to share here in a second, and appreciate the content that I'm putting out. That's kind of my thoughts and feelings on that. And that whole thing, I hope we can all just be friends and do that. But that's great. But it's not going to happen. That's not reality. Some people are going to do something that's going to irk somebody else, and then names get called, and that's where things get ugly. And that's when I'm like, I don't want any part of that, because I'm done. I don't want part of that. So we move on. And there's nothing wrong with it. You move on. You don't go to that person's channel anymore because you had a disagreement. Whatever. It's done. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's done anything. You just don't follow each other. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. But I think that's kind of how it should work. But some people look into it way too much. But those are my thoughts and feelings on that. So enough of that. Let's talk updates, because there's a lot of things going on that I'm trying to keep up. This week was finally a week that I was able to catch up on a lot of stuff, but then again, my work schedule changed, and that kind of throws me all off. I don't know how you guys feel, but when your regular schedule changes, does that throw like the rest of your week off? It threw me off. I was off on Monday, and I have to work on Friday of this week instead of the opposite. And now I'm completely thrown off. My content is all thrown off. But then again, I don't have all those extra knives and all that kind of stuff doing. But I have been working out in the shop, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing here in a second. But I've been shooting video, and I actually did a live stream today, which was fun. So, September. The rock hopper and the torpedo have been sent out to Peters. The bud, I finished hand sanding today. So that now ready to be sent out for heat treat as well. Again, this is the thinner blade stock. This thing is super thin, and looking forward to getting that finished up and on its way. The only thing with this one is it's going to be just a little bit behind the other stainless, just because it took a little bit longer to get the steel in, but I was able to move this one, get the bevels done fairly quick on this, and now I'm excited about getting this one shipped out to Peters as well. So hopefully tomorrow, as I'm filming this, is going to get sent out to Peters, so this one can get started in the heat treat process as well. So again, this is AEB-L, which I get all hardened to 61 HRC, which is great for such a little EDC blade. So once that gets sent out, then I can get started on the gargoyle and the thorn. So I've already got them shaped. I got everything marked, the midlines marked on them for the bevels. So I gotta just start doing the bevels on these two. And then I'll only have those two knives to work on. So that's pretty awesome. I can just focus all my attention on those while the other ones are getting heat treated and then hopefully sent back. But in the meantime, I do have this other blade that's been kind of lurking around, and it is this. This is the Gadsden that I have been working on. I got the sheath done, the handles done. That orange and black Damascus is pretty awesome with the black pins. Are you guys ready? I don't know if you're ready for this thing, because this thing scares me. So I ended up doing a little stone wash on the blade. So we got the black bevels, the stained satin flats with the just stone wash finish. I did put an edge on it, and this thing is a laser beam. I don't have anything to cut except for this little post-it note, but yeah. Did you guys see that? Look, 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 look. This thing is scary. So it's sharp now. Again, this is Elmax steel, and I'm putting it back in the sheath. Because before I sharpened this thing, I poked myself in the hand. Ooh, that was stabby. So I need to do the lanyard, and I need to do the bead. I have some of this leftover kieranite that I'm going to make a bead out of. Hopefully it turns out pretty cool for him, and I can get this one to our buddy Bladewalker, who is the designer of this. So he sent me a drawing, and I brought it to life into what he wanted. So looking forward to getting this one done and getting him sent out to him. This is Elmax 63 HRC, and that thing, yep, it's gonna be slicey, it's gonna be dangerous, but I hope you're ready for that one. So that was coming. Also, update, the orange rock hopper is still here. Surprise, surprise, the orange rock hopper is still on the Etsy store. You can buy this right now on the Etsy store, $170, and you can own this thing. So a lot of people have gotten their rock hoppers in the last couple days, and they're saying really good things about how comfortable they are, etc., which is awesome. I think they are, but I'm a little biased because I shaped that to my hand. But they're balanced in the hand, and they're excellent little EDC fixed blades. Look at that, just balanced right there on my thumb, right where you would want all the weight to be balanced. And that's kind of a really important thing, is the balance of a blade. That's right where your finger is, so it's always balanced in your hand. So anyway, the orange rock hopper is still available. What else is going on? So hashtag DSKNF, I think I said it wrong, DSKFS. There's a lot of things going on in the community, and I just want to say that keep your thoughts and prayers for those that are struggling. If you know, you know, but the community is coming through in such a big way for one person, and things are starting to show up, and it's been pretty amazing what you guys have done. But keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. I don't want to name drop here. It's not the place yet. But they're going through a rough time, and everybody needs some positive vibes coming their way. I also just received that pouch. I just finished all those fixed blades. I looked at all those fixed blades. I sent it back to the person that owns all of those. But one of you reached out and said, hey, I have some more stuff that you might be interested in. Would you be interested in checking stuff out? I said, sure, because I have a limited budget. So there's a lot of knives that I have never been able to experience just because of budget purposes. I'm not big on traveling to something like a big blade show, and there's nothing, it's a desert in the town that I live in. You wouldn't think so, but there's no knife only stores, none. So I would have to travel about 45 minutes to an hour to get to a store, which I'm just not willing to do when in heavy traffic where I'm at. So it's just not fun. But that person sent me some really awesome knives. One of them, or two of them, I have on the table right here because I can't put them down. The first one is a Heretic Knives Manticore. Really cool OTF with the nice blue fat carbon on it. And you know, there's something about OTFs that I'm like, well, I'm not really an OTF guy until you get one in your hand. And there's something about a good action on an OTF that you're like, yeah. So this thing is awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting a look at this. And also, you heard the ting, the Winter Blade Works Factor. Ever since this came out, I've been wanting to get my hands on it, and now I have my opportunity to do that. And I am blown away by this. If you guys have ever handled one of these, and most of you probably have before me, that thing is, I don't know. I'm really torn because that is really. You hear that? I hope you guys got. I really hope the mic is picking that up. And I know you've seen reviews probably on this thing, but so good. So I am blessed because you guys are amazing. You send me cool stuff like this. You send me cool stuff like this, and then I get to make stuff like this. So it's awesome. It is amazing. I love the community. I just wish we could all get along a little bit better. So that's what I got for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.